Hey everyone, welcome back. So, touch on some news. Apparently, that a Facebook killer was found dead, but they said in one report he was found dead somewhere in Erie, and then another report says that after a short chase, he killed himself. So, just the initial reports of him being found dead are just, I mean, they're contradictive and fishy to me. So, there's that. The driveway alarm's been going off like nuts for like the last hour. Let's see what else. There's more another carrier is being sent over to North Korea. The USS Nimitz. And then that's pretty much all I'm aware of. Now, if anyone knows anything, I've actually been on the Nimitz twice because it's docked in my home near my hometown. So when I was a kid, we used to do tours, and I've been on the Nimitz twice. So that's something to think about. I mean, all this military hardware is being sent out of the area, which is kind of strange. Given the fact that I believe that this area is slated for destruction soon. Um, Part of the agenda. It's all part of the agenda. Create a world war and distract us while they make their moves. It's all like playing a game of chess. It's one big evil game of chess. Haven't been sleeping well. Last night was no different. I was woken up several times. Once by multiple booms that almost felt like they were underground. I'm not sure what that was all about. Maybe the military base nearby here was having night training. I don't know. It's kind of rude for them to like shoot off something big in the middle of the night. But I woke up to a couple series of booms. Just woke up several times for I don't even know what reason at all. I was spiritually attacked actually two separate times last night while I slept. An entity that I've actually felt the presence before came in, and it's weird because I could feel the energy, and then also like the vibration in the air. And the thing happens while I'm sleeping. So the first time it happened, I woke up to it and I wasn't sure exactly what it was. It was kind of ominous, but I wasn't sure if it was just the power that I was feeling or whatever, and then I fell asleep shortly after I guess it manifested. I couldn't see it, but once the energy all came together in the room, I fell asleep, and that's when those disturbing dreams and stuff started happening. So last night, when it happened, I was asleep, and I called upon Jesus Christ, no joke, both times, and it was almost like because you could feel the energy build in the room, and then as soon as I called upon Jesus Christ, you could feel it just dissipate. It was almost like turning a radio down. So like the energy building in the room is almost like turning a radio dial up, like the volume up on a radio, and then when I called upon Jesus Christ, it was almost like it went back down. I have a weird way I can feel energies. That's kind of the best way I can explain it to anyone who can't understand how I'm feeling these things. There's some other weird things going on personally as well that I won't get into. Um, so yeah, they're amassing there in North Korea. President Trump's poking the bear. They're not talking about anything else other than North Korea pretty much right now. In the news of Syria, Damascus, the only thing I could see that was of any like in importance was it looks like Russia's putting troops into Syria to back the regime. I don't know if it's Assad or the CIA planted ISIS, but you know things are happening very quickly. We're threatening to strike North Korea. North Korea is threatening to hit us with nuclear weapons. To be honest with you, if we are hit with nuclear weapons, I don't even think it's North Korea that's hitting us. To be honest with you, I think North Korea is more of a ruse than anything. They're shut off from most of the world. Most people, that go in there can't even record anywhere without, permission. So if you're a tourist, not many tourists go to North Korea. Who wants to go to an impoverished third world country for for a vacation? So, you know, it's sad because I'm not sure exactly if North Korea is the threat that they're building them up to be. I really think what it is our own government using North Korea as a pawn to basically strike its own people. So here's what I think is going to happen. Things are going to crack off with North Korea and in the Middle East. We're going to be hit at home. All you people that are sitting at home watching Dancing with the Stars and all that BS and just thinking you're honky-dory because you're in America, we're safe in America, well, think again. America's going to get hit. It's going to get hit hard. There's going to be wars. There's going to be natural disasters. There's going to be all kinds of chaos. People basically lose all their money because the market's going to crash. And it's just going to dive into chaos, and people are going to result to just doing horrible things to survive because they're not prepared. They're not prepared for all this. Most people, us here at home, most people here just go to the grocery store for the week or whatever and think, oh, okay, run out of food, I'll just go to the grocery store again. Well, it's not going to be like that soon. So there's that. And on a personal note, I feel a little ousted. A lot of my friends won't even return phone calls or text messages or anything like that. I guess I was prepared for this. It sucks. It hurts. Being considered crazy. Just being dismissed as crazy. I've never acted like this in my entire life. I've kept this little secret that I've had my entire life because I knew it wasn't ready to be let out. And here I am trying to warn people, and nobody wants to heed me. Everybody just wants to pretend like everything's okay when it's not. Nothing's alright. Nothing is. I wish you guys would just listen to me. I would go into all these theories that I have, but it doesn't help my case with you all. It doesn't. Just for the sake of argument, here we go. So, I believe that, the way that hell is being depicted in the Bible, I believe that what's going to happen is human consciousness, our souls, our essences, people who don't believe in God, people who give up God for whatever reason, people who aren't raptured, people who get stuck behind when the new world actually comes into play, their consciousness is going to be transferred over to a synthetic life form, like a robot, okay? Robotics have been around for a long time, and the way things have worked, they only give us, they give it to us when they think we're ready for it. This technology's been around for a long, long time, and they've been perfecting it, and I feel like, look at what they're doing with chemtrails, GMOs, they're poisoning people, they're destroying the air that we breathe. I really feel like what it is these entities that CERN's going to bring over don't really require the same environment that humans do to survive. They can survive in a harsh environment, where it's hotter than it should be, or there's not as much oxygen in the air, or maybe the air is poisonous to us but it's not to them. I really feel like CERN is going to open up a gateway to another dimension where these demons reside, these demons that they've been speaking to through D-Wave computers, before they had to do all this hocus pocus, draw circles and stars and shit, and to speak to these entities and sacrifices. And now it's easy as me turning on this laptop to talk to you. They're communicating back and forth to the demonic realm, and they're getting instructions on basically how to destroy the human race. And these are people doing this. There's going to be a world war that happens. The New World Order is going to come in because everybody's going to be tired of the wars and the fighting and all that, and they're going to want a solution. And in comes the New World Order with this, false messiah and this false premise of peace, and then they're going to start rounding people up and murdering them, and things that you might think is humanitarian aid is really not. They're going to feed us poisonous foods, even more poisonous than we are now. I mean, the medications are all poisoned. The water supply, there's fluoride in it. I mean, the fluoride has no real good reason to be in the water. They say it's for dental reasons, but really it's not. There's been labs that have broken down a lot of the vaccines that people receive, and there's stuff in there that shouldn't be in there, like aluminum and shit like that. It's like, what good is aluminum in our body? It's because these people know that, like, these heavy metals like mercury and aluminum and stuff will sever our contact with God. Because what happens is, towards the end of days, like what's happening now with me, God will spill his spirit upon men's flesh, and people will start to prophesize. I've seen it. I've seen, there's people out there like me, people who have experienced, God calling to them, and I mean, even in my own life, not just me in my own life, my own, it's just, I can't really say too much because I don't want to, but God is calling to his children. He wants his children back. He's here to save us from what's coming. And if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in Jesus Christ, then you're going to be stuck here to witness the horror to come. I'm not. I asked everything I could to get out of being able, because I used to have visions of the things to come. I used to see airplanes just falling out of the sky for no apparent reason. I saw people murdering each other in the streets, and just some heinous things going on. And I asked God, what do I need to do? And I've fulfilled my part. These videos are just, it's like extra credit, I guess. But thinking about maybe going dark for a while. Just, I don't know. I really feel like people aren't taking me serious. Anytime I mention something that's going on with me, it's like, I want to explain to you what's going on with me, but you want to shut down on me. That's how it is, and it's tough. I don't sleep much anymore. I don't know why. I used to sleep like a baby. I mean, even when all this stuff started, I used to sleep well, but now I don't. It's constant information or attacks. But anyway, I don't know what else to say. Just get ready, read your Bibles, prepare, because it's around the corner. It's coming soon. Anyway, God bless y'all.